Alright guys, so this is my current 20-gallon long axolotl tank setup. Right now I have the flash on. Normally it would just be like a blue light in the tank, so this is just a very bare bones setup. It's also just to grow them from little babies. They're about 7 inches now. When we bought them they were about 3 inches long. And as you can tell, they've grown very well. They're actually both brother and sister. And we're here in Wichita, so we got them from somebody who breeds them locally. But I have a aqua clear filter, got my bubbler set up there. I have my 2 fans blowing directly on the tank there. I have my glass cleaner there, a little magnetic strip. Also, as you can tell, it is way below 68 degrees in this tank. It's probably closer to about 65 degrees. Axolotls like to have temperature below 69 degrees Fahrenheit. And if you can tell from the background of my tank, it is very well insulated with aluminum insulation. This up here is going to be their tank that I'm going to upgrade them to, which is a 40-gallon breeder tank. And that is my roll of insulation that I actually have in the tank. You can get that at Lowe's, Home Depot, off the internet, and it's not required. I do it because the temperature fluctuates a lot in Kansas, and if you don't have a well-insulated house, then this is probably the best option for you. It's really easy to do, double-sided mounting tape, and just pretty much just measure it and stick it on. For the most part, these guys are so easy to maintain. I change their water out once a week. I feed them bloodworms, I feed them sinking pellets. This is actually literally my first video on these guys, so I don't really have a whole ton of lot to share, but if you have any questions, just let me know. With my new tank setup, which I'll be uploading more videos for, I actually have a background I'm going to put back there before I put the actual insulation on, so it's not going to look like it does down here. This is just to grow my baby axolotls, and so they're bigger. And here, hopefully in 2 or 3 months, I should have their big tank set up, so I'm looking forward to that. Over here we have a sponge filter. It's considered like a corner sponge filter. Super easy to install. It already has an air stone on the inside of it, and just hook it up to that bubbler there. Good to go. Up here I have my LED lights. And I literally just took some, they're not zip ties, but they're like metal pipe cleaner ties that I just found laying around the house, and tied it up there. I actually keep the lights off all the time, so this is the only time really that you guys will see it heavily illuminated. Axolotls don't really like a lot of light. They're more or less cave dwellers, or just darker areas is what they prefer. But beyond that, I just try to give them enough coverage to make them feel at home. And like I said, this isn't going to be their end home. This is just where they're going to be for now, starting out. And after Axies get to be about 9 months to a year, I like to get them out of this environment and upgrade them to that 40-gallon above. So with that said, these are my first axolotls. I have never had any axolotls beforehand, and it's all a new experience to me. If you guys have any advice as far as what I could be doing wrong, what I could be doing differently, they haven't seemed to get any ick. There's no diseases on them so far, from what I can tell. They both seem to be pretty happy and fat, and like I said, I clean out their tank once a week. At least a 50% water change. Sometimes I do a 70 to 80% water change. And I also clean out their filters as well. Wait, but up here I have all of their cleaning kits and supplies, and their filter as well. So thank you very much. Enjoy.